All right, y'all. We got to speak easy. The Chargers are back.
Rocking the navy blue helmets for the first time in years reminded me of my childhood, and they went out there and whooped tail like they did my childhood with Phillip Rivers back in the day.
Legit.
They beat the Vikings 37-10 in an absolute shellacking. Fellas, how far can Herbert take these?
I'm going to give Vikings a little bit of pass because it looked like Wentz was playing through injury, but the Vikings play calling has not been great.
New look Chargers, now that they got Joe Alt back, they look like they can run the ball again.
They do.
Here's
what's crazy. It's not how far can Herbert take the Chargers. After watching this game, it's how far can the running game take the Chargers. Because when they lost to Amari and Hampton, I was like, uh-oh. When they lost Najee Harris before that, I was like, uh-oh. But if Vidal can go for $100+, 100+, they will be okay.
Vidal cool, bro. Vidal can run.
Last time they won a game against the Miami Dolphins, I believe it was Vidal ran for like 120, 130 yards in that game. Yeah. This game, Vidal ran for 117 yards. So if the Chargers have a run game, the Chargers are going to be safe. If the Chargers have no run game, the Chargers have nothing. Remember who their offensive coordinator is. Shady knows him well. Greg Roman. I believe Greg Roman was the coach for the Buffalo
sprained
Bills
ankle takes so long to fully heal.
Greg Roman, the Chargers offensive coordinator, loves to run the ball. He loves to run the ball. Greg Roman's offenses are predicated upon running the ball. If the Chargers cannot run the ball, they can't do anything. But given that they can run the ball now, Justin Herbert can cook. Outside of that one mistake he made, dude played nearly a flawless game. And what I love most about this Justin Herbert team this year is that Justin Herbert is using his legs. 40 yards rushing a game, 50 yards rushing a game, 35 yards rushing a game. Go back to week 1 when Justin Herbert had that 17-yard pickup on 3rd and 15 versus the Kansas City Chiefs, and that sealed the game. So Greg Roman has helped unlock Justin Herbert's elite athletic ability. We already know how he can throw the ball. Plus a running game, I think Justin Herbert can take the Chargers into a couple playoff wins. At minimum, give us one.
A couple?
At minimum, give us one.
A couple? An AFC championship couple.
Appearance.
Boy, what
happened?
You don't think so? What's AFC championship Chargers? No.
That don't sound right.
Only thing I'm questioning about is the secondary for the Chargers. Like when I'm thinking of a deep run, I just don't know. Like player wise, I like some of their players, but I feel like they got some young guys who I just don't know if they proven like that. You know what I mean? Like if they like that, like we can trust these guys to go to the promised land. You know what I mean? I don't know.
No, I was just guessing. Like, you think so? No, I don't think so either, though. But Herbert did play well, and I think their team is solid. I don't think they're that good, though. I really think they're okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right? They're 5-3. I think they're going to win some games, but I'm not just super big on them.
Yeah.
Offensively, I think again, like Acho said, if they have a running game, offensively, they can compete with every other team. I think they compete with anybody because you have a really good receiving core. You have obviously a really good quarterback. Again, and if you have a run game, I mean, you make everything in the pass game so much easier. But offensively, it's a pretty good offense.
You gotta protect Herbert. Like he's been getting hit a lot, and we're only in like week 8. You get what I'm saying? They gotta protect the quarterback. Now some guys are injured. I think having Joe Alt back helps out a lot. It's something about them where I just don't believe them, right? Because you got to run the ball well. The way that they constructed this team, you started up front with the linemen, and then your coordinator is a runner. Greg Roman, I had with him in Buffalo. All he loves to do is run the ball. He runs the ball so much that we had to get a passing coordinator. I've never even seen that. So I'll just say this.
That's interesting.
They got a solid defense, but they're not consistent enough for me. I think as a whole, the Chargers are not consistent. So I'm not buying the hype. I think when they beat the Chiefs, we always, oh my God, maybe this might be the team. Yeah. But then when you look at them and you kind of see them in the light, they look funny in the light. And I'm not buying the Chargers though.
Yeah, I think they started to look the most. I think they started to look weird. I think whenever
I agree with Shady a bit. I'm not fully buying it yet. You know what I mean? I got to see some more. Like I said, the only team that I'm buying that can make a run, not saying will, but can make a run that isn't the Bills, Chiefs, is the Colts. That's the only team I'm buying. Everybody else, I don't know about it.
Joe Alt went down with that injury. Their offensive line play early on in the season was really, really good with Joe Alt out there playing, and they were able to run the ball. But now with injuries to Najee Harris, with injuries to Murray and Hampton, now you got Vidal finally coming into his own with Joe Alt. But I think their running game is going to be what can take this team far.
Is the Vikings season like? Did this game say more about the Vikings to y'all, or say more about the Chargers? Because Chargers needed to get right.
I think it say a lot about the Vikings.
Remember, they got beat down by the Colts, like beat all the way down. They beat the Dolphins 29-27, but they lost the week before that. Justin Herbert hasn't looked great in 3 of his last 4 games. This game looked like a get right game for the Los Angeles Chargers. But 2-5, was this more about how bad the Vikings were?
I mean, I thought that we have a whole segment where we wouldn't talk anything about the Vikings and they just had a game. Like, what are we about to talk about?
Yeah,
Carson Wentz?
You're right.
Bro. Yeah. I feel for JJ. Mm-hmm. Justin Jefferson's like, he just can't get a break.
I thought you were talking about McCarthy. No, yeah. I feel bad for Justin
You know what
Jefferson.
I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess I'll give credit to the I can't do that. Because even when we beat them last week, I wasn't super hype about it.
Yeah.
Like I like that as the Eagles, we got better just how we won. But I wasn't happy about that win. It's the Vikings. Mm-hmm. So no, I'm not excited about the Vikings win or the Chargers win.
Yeah.
I'm not, no.
Hey, can you let the people know, Rome, that Rachel Nichols is joining the show in a matter of moments to talk about this gambling controversy? We will call Rachel at 11:35 PST. So in about 9 minutes from now, NBA basketball savant, knower of all things, is joining the show to give y'all some breaking insight on what the hell is going on in the world of the NBA, the the FBI bust, Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, all of that. But Care Bear, in the meantime, let's get back to the NFL game, sir.
Yeah, no, the Vikings, they're in a tough position right now, though, as well. You had
crazy.
Carson Wentz go out there and play. J.J. McCarthy was in full pads on the sideline, did not participate, though. They're currently sitting with the worst record in the entire NFC North, which is crazy,
That's crazy.
given the fact that we saw them be one of the better teams in the NFC North. Do you think they regret, moving on from Sam Darnold in this position right now? Or
yes, they do.
have to.
Wow.
You have to. They sold the season by moving on from Sam Darnold. Now, we all thought maybe J.J. McCarthy was the one, and rightfully so. He's a top 10 pick, national championship.
For me, it's not it's not that I thought J.J. McCarthy was the one. I just thought that they had enough offensive weapons and that team was constructed well enough that they'll be okay with J.J. McCarthy. I'm like, Sam Darnold came in here, did that? Okay. J.J. will be fine. Maybe he won't match that production, but y'all made the team better this year. So J.J. will be fine. But you got to think about it as well. Everybody else got better tools to NFL. So not everybody, but you know what I mean.
For Michigan, though, if you're a quarterback in college and you're not the focal point of your offense, that is very questionable. But nonetheless, they had to move on to JJ, but you should regret it. Think about it. Justin Jefferson, we just wasted another year of his life.
Wait, how you know that he's not the one? Let me get that straight. How do we know that JJ McCarthy is not the one? How you know that?
We aren't sure that he's not the one. Here's what we know. We're sure he can't stay healthy. That we're sure of. Okay. You feel me? Like his talent level, we don't know. We saw like 2 games.
He can't.
And he had a good quarter in those 2 games. But what we are sure of, 2-5
we seen a game where he was bad as a true
for 3
starter.
quarters. Yep.
And he turned it on. And he showed dog and showed heart.
He did.
Come back and won. We seen that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, because that matters.
It does matter. But here's my problem is I hate that they're wasting years of Justin Jefferson, and I hate that they're wasting years of Brian Flores. You're not going to have Brian Flores forever. I don't think y'all have him again at the end of this season because this Vikings defense has been continually good. Obviously,
I think Brian Flores gets another head coach job.
You're not going to have Brian Flores forever.
I feel like once it goes bad as a head coach and you just found that you're a good DC, I think you take another good DC job.
So I just feel like 2-5 they're wasting Brian Flores and they're wasting Justin Jefferson. What's wrong, bro? What happened?
Like this is what when you build franchises and you build these teams and you draft these picks, this is what all goes into it.
Okay.
This makes the journey so much better. Because JJ's going through a tough time with the injuries, but what happens if he gets it to go and he's healthy and they start rolling and Justin Jefferson's happy with him? Like, it takes time, but defense is going to be there. One thing about it is you got a really, really good coordinator, right? And you got a really good offensive coordinator. They going to get it together, though. It's just a matter of time. And I don't want to act like, Sam Darnold leaving set the franchise back. You might have lost a couple more games. Maybe this year you might not get where you need to be at. But once you get everything together, this is what happens. I can name so many teams that done this before. They got to rebuild, and then once they rebuild, they'll be a better team.
Fair.
Speaking of bad coaching and Justin Fields.
What did he just say? What are he alluding to?
Flores forever. So I just feel like 2-5 they're wasting Brian Flores and they're wasting Justin Jefferson. What's wrong, bro? What happened?
Like this is what when you build franchises and you build these teams and you draft these picks, this is what all goes into it.
Okay.
This makes the journey so much better. Because JJ's going through a tough time with the injuries, but what happens if he gets it to go and he's healthy and they start rolling and Justin Jefferson's happy with him? Like, it takes time, but defense is going to be there. One thing about it is you got a really, really good coordinator, right? And you got a really good offensive coordinator. They going to get it together, though. It's just a matter of time. And I don't want to act like, Sam Darnold leaving set the franchise back. You might have lost a couple more games. Maybe this year you might not get where you need to be at.
Okay.
But once you get everything together, this is what happens. I can name
Okay, he's justifying like it's gonna take time for them to get better with JJ McCarthy. Okay, I can respect that. I do think they took an L with letting Sam Darnold go for sure. I mean, it's clear. Look what he's doing with Seattle. But yeah. I mean, you know, you got a rookie quarterback there. You got to justify it. But it's just the thing is you have a win now team. And you did take a step back at the quarterback position. That just is what it is. Yes, it's going to take time for him to catch up. But the thing is, you got older players on this team, you know, somewhat older, you know, more veterans. So it's like, how long will it take him to catch up? But y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Subscribe, stay tuned, stay blessed.